otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On first down, Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, it's Gordon, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Locke. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Locke going to throw. And that's checked down to Gordon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Locke again. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. It's caught by Fant toward the sideline. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Brings up 2nd and a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Locke to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now Jones. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dietrich Wise, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Locke, throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Block now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And McManus able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center. Because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Here's Locke. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Jones to throw on third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And returning it, here's Hamler. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
They go play action here on first down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne, 37 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Lawrence Guy, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Full connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A big pickup of 38. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing now is Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 40 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Taylor now from the end zone. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go.
From the 45 on second down, Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar, 45 yards. And the Patriots are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, 71 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Taylor now from the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Jones on 3rd down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Clock now on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Lock now on 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Gordon is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taylor now from the end zone. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry. 46 yards.
And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So
no escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Dante Hightower able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And Folk missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Yeah, they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Jones. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Folk connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gordon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Second and 9. Back to throw. Lock. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. A lot going to throw it here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And that trip to the end zone, I think that's the dagger.
Handshakes all around now. Everybody looking at each other and starting to celebrate a big victory.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. To throw is Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And that will write a finish to this ball game.